Hey, so I guess the purpose of this is to tell you a little bit of what it's like to work with Guillaume. But to be honest, I'd like to take a step back and go. It would have been about 8 months ago. So before I had met him, I was 1 year in business for myself. And by all normal signs like revenue and margin and expenses, things are going well. Things are going better than well. But I didn't feel really great about how they were going because I knew I wanted to build and I was missing the elements, the ingredients that I knew were necessary to get me there. And I never imagined, looking for a coach or looking for someone to help me design my business. But one day I tripped into, Guillaume on LinkedIn, just someone liked or commented on some of his content that I knew. So I got to see it. And his stuff it lit a fire in my brain. So I began to explore, no big deal. But next thing I knew, I found myself on a call with him. And on that call, he really opened up my eyes to the potential. And it's been one of those things where if I look back, man, like I would call it one of the most important decisions of my business to date. And I honestly think 10 years from now, I will look back and go, this was the defining moment when I met Guillaume that really changed everything. So working with him, there's just something magical about the way he understands how everything is knit together. All the stories that we have to tell ourselves in business in terms of what we tell the customer and what do we tell our teams and what we sell and really what we tell ourselves. He has this way of knitting it together and making it all important in like one nucleus or one knot in the center. And there's something too about he's crafty in that he knows where to apply the right pressure and when, because there's things that I'm experiencing today that I know I wasn't ready for 8 months ago. We started on he knows what I needed for the moment. And here we are 8 months later, and we're tiptoeing back into things that we'd already discussed. But I see how he's brought me levels deeper, and that I'm ready for it, and it's really changed everything. So I highly recommend him. I know this is your very typical testimonial video that will go on a website or on LinkedIn or something. But I have to say, like, truly heartfelt. I hope you know that I believe my business is different today and will be different 10 years or 20 years from now because of Guillaume and the impact and the influence he's had. And I think if you're feeling like you're missing something, I think you should just start with a little call, see where it goes. Cheers.